Hello and welcome to the 229th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by other host, Jordan.
That's me.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan? Mm-hmm. Where do we put this thing?
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Video Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS Feed link below. YouTube and Spotify have the video platform where you can see us. Instagram, TikTok, you can check out shorts that we made many years ago when we had passion and desires to actually do things in life. And then you can also contact us there or via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. All right, Chris. So right off the top, I got to say something.
Yes.
Let me take you back a little bit here.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
I was living my life, was doing my thing, and I got a message from an old high school friend who was like, "Hey, for context, he's a very theater arts kid, really good, production skills, been in a lot of things, right?" He reached out.
Wrote a play that was performed at the school. It was very, very good.
That's right.
I went to see it, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. So one of those types, right? Really creative, really talented, much more so than us.
Well, I think we're creative and talented. We just don't do stuff.
We just have no desire.
Yeah.
He's motivated. He's creative, talented, and motivated.
He's creative, talented, and has serotonin enough to do stuff.
Yeah. So he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, I'm working on this thing, but TLDR, it's a bunch of stories, short stories. I have one that I literally could not see any other people playing the characters besides you and Chris." And I was like, I saw it, and honestly, funny enough, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down. I listen to anthology podcasts, the No Sleep podcast all the time. I was like, this is basically that, right? And I'm like, I would love to do that. I wholeheartedly thought Chris would not want to do it, funny enough.
Really?
So I came for the podcast the following weekend. I told him I was going to ask Chris.
Yeah, to be fair, the way you did talk about this, you're like, so, crazy idea.
Yeah, I came with some facts about it and kind of being like, hey, just so you know, I'm down, but if you're not, that's fine. Here, like trying to pitch it essentially. And I even said the thing that I think we joked about last episode of like, hey, you and I are going to get to do the fun stuff and he's going to do all the bullshit. So we just have to do the fun stuff. And needless to say, Chris was down and we just did it. We just did it today, like an hour ago before this. We just did it.
Yeah.
Recorded it. And it was really fun. It was really, really fun. So with that said, we're terrible. We are terrible friends. I don't know what channel he's uploading this on, but Chris, through the power of editing, will post it on the screen and maybe do a voiceover for the audio listeners. Maybe, if he feels like it. There's going to be an album uploaded.
Yes.
Whatever page our friend uses.
Yeah, it's twin albums, actually. There's like a musical album and then the one that we're in, which is the one that you obviously care about because it's us.
Yes.
And you love us and adore us and worship us.
Yes. It's going to be uploaded June 23rd.
June 23rd. That's like super soon.
I think I know what we can do, actually, Chris. You can cut this part, but maybe we can just ask him if we can take his video from Instagram, and you can just play it.
Yeah, actually, we could do that.
That would make
we could
more
do
sense.
that. Because as of recording this, when is this release? The 10th?
Yeah, this will release the 10th.
All right, so
2 weeks, essentially.
actually, yeah, right after the next episode goes up, or right before the next episode goes up, you'll see it.
Yeah.
This fucking fly is in here. There's a fly in here. It's pissing me off.
So, June 23rd, that will be going live, and you'll get to hear 10 songs, all from different genres, from different friends of his, and then 10 stories from a variety of people. We are the 9th story in that album. It's called Mac, Murray, and the Little Man, and I won't go into too much more detail because I don't know how much he wants out there before this thing releases. So
yeah,
we had a good time, a great time actually, and hopefully this could be the start of maybe future partnerships with him where he can lean on us for some support with voice actors that don't really need much in return other than just given the opportunity, and we can rely on someone who will actually put in the effort to help us see some results for our efforts.
Yeah,
rather than certain unnamed people losing two days worth of footage that that may or may not have happened. We don't have proof.
That may or may not have.
So, that was a good one. That was a good one,
dude. Who would have done that?
Yeah, some guy like just
some fat
big
chud.
big feller.
You know it's obviously not me because I'm not that fat chud anymore. Dude, by the way, looking at old episodes of the podcast, holy shit, I was fat. Oh my god.
That's why we bought the ultra wide lens, dude.
It's actually, I haven't been losing weight at all. It's actually just a fisheye lens on me specifically.
Yeah.
To make me look smaller. No, it actually makes me want to do like my own thing.
For sure.
Probably won't, but it makes me want to do it.
Yeah.
I can say that I want to. Doesn't mean I will.
Yeah, I think overall
audio is a lot easier to edit, though. To be fair, like making shit audio wise is way fucking easier. And I also think I got to get over myself because I put shit into revisions so quickly. Yeah. I'm like, man, this sucks.
Instead
I'm
of
not
just
gonna.
releasing.
Yeah. Instead of just doing a story and then revising the whole thing, I gotta revise every minute part of it.
Yeah. No, for sure. So thank you to our friend Andrew for the opportunity. Hopefully there'll be more stuff in the future. I mean, fuck, who knows? We could have him on the podcast if he wanted to, if that's something he was interested in.
Yeah.
I have no issues with that. He's a really cool guy. And after not talking for so many years, I really appreciate him even thinking of us.
Yeah, I've not seen him in person in a very long time. We've spoken over like Instagram DMs, but that's kind of it.
Yeah. So thank you for that opportunity. And for listeners, yeah, June 23rd. Hopefully Chris will be able to put something on screen or play something that can tell you where to find it. I know it's on Spotify somewhere. I remember that from his thing. So it'll be fun. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah. And then I want to give one more shout out. And that shout out goes to this man right here, my buddy Chris, my co-host.
Me?
Who for a while, right? Give him some credit. For a while, he was the host. And then he was like, that sounds kind of egotistical. We're both hosts. And came to that conclusion himself. So Chris has been a good friend of mine many years, will be for many, many more years. And he recently took a trip. And on that trip, he bought me the coolest fucking birding guide I have seen.
I did.
It is the coolest thing, and I don't think he truly understands how actually excited I am to have this in my arsenal now.
I was actually at the store, and I was like looking through stuff on the shelves, and that was like the only one they had. I was like, oh, what is this? It's a bird! I know Jordan's a bird guy.
Yes, that I am.
You're actually, I'm not even kidding, the only person I got a gift for.
Oh, shit, look at that.
I didn't give a gift to anyone else. I got myself a bunch of stuff, but I was like,
Fair.
bird thing. Jordan's a bird guy.
No, and I really do appreciate it, because this is a true field guide. I have a lot of jokey field guides that I've bought that are like, oh, cutesy, haha, you're into birding. This is legit, I was showing Chris, there's coordinates. There is GPS coordinates in here to where birds have been spotted.
Yeah, punch that shit into maps.
There's shit like that. It gives you their sound, what it means. It gives you everything. You can see just from a page. There's a lot of fucking information on that page. And it's all about the New England area, which is typically where I go birding. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Wanted to give that shout out. Chris is a good friend. Until he loses our footage. Then he's not.
I dabble.
Also, I hope Lexi wanted mention this. I hope you know that I don't care that you lost that footage. By the way, I
didn't think you did.
I sent Chris a video when I was in Maine recently at the place we recorded and said, "Hey, this would be a good idea for the podcast." And she was like, "That's honestly mean. You're probably gonna that's gonna make him upset." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, I hope not. But no, I genuinely do not care that footage is. I just
I mean, even if you did, tough shit. It's gone. I can't get it back.
Exactly.
I don't know what to tell you.
So I don't want to put that out there.
Am I annoyed that it happened? Yeah, but it was 4 fucking years ago. I don't know what.
Well, I'm still mad. Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna kill you. Actually, no. You're too muscly now. You can beat the shit out of me probably.
Yeah.
What can you deadlift?
I'm only using dumbbells right now, so I'm deadlifting 60. But when I was not this big, I was deadlifting 215 maybe.
Oh,
so nothing crazy.
So now you could probably definitely lift me.
Oh, I could definitely deadlift you. Maybe not you as a person because people are not very weight distributed.
Oh, the weight,
but your weight for sure. I definitely think I could do it. Then there was Life is Strange. We lost that footage too. That was both of us. That wasn't just that was both of us. But it's just funny because we lost.
We didn't lose the footage. We never had it in the first place. That's a different situation.
We didn't ever.
Someone forgot to hit record. Someone. Not gonna say who. It definitely wasn't me.
I love that day because we were like, dude, that was a pretty good episode. And then we went to hit stop recording and it said start recording.
Yeah, it was I went to hit stop recording and then I saw the little recording 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh my god.
It's literally the Drake and Josh. Drake, where's the footage?
Such a chud.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I'm open with, Chris. I don't know if you have anything to open with. I know we have 2 topics we mentioned before that we want to talk about, but I don't know if you have anything else.
Yeah, I want to talk about this little trip that I took.
Yeah, go for it.
I went to Portland, Maine over the weekend.
Portland.
For an event. It's an armored MMA. I've been seeing this on my Instagram feed for years. I've been wanting to go. And one of our friends was like, "Hey, there's an event really soon, and we should get tickets." I was like, absolutely, I'm getting tickets for this.
How do you say no? They don't come to the New England area that often.
So, if you're ever around when there's a medieval MMA or armored MMA event going on, go see it. It's a pretty fucking good time, actually. I thought it was awesome. That's kind of the long and the short of it. Had a good time. I went to the Portland Art Museum after I spent Saturday night at this event, and then I spent Saturday night at this event, and then afterwards drinking, and then I got like 3 hours of sleep, and then I went to an art museum. And then I drove home. I felt like I was gonna die. But good time nonetheless.
So, funny enough, the trip that Chris took is to the same area that we went for the video that never got released because of the missing footage. We went to Portland, Maine and Freeport, Maine. And I was in that area the weekend before. We went up to Denver, Maine, and we're hanging out, me and Lexi. And then we took a day trip to Portland, Maine. So, you know the Holy Donut? You remember when we tried that?
Yeah, I walked past it.
Do you know what their shtick is? Like,
I read it on the fucking door, and I was like, what?
Yeah, so for context, the first time Chris and I went here, we heard about this place being so incredible. And again, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. We went there, we got the Holy Donut. We were both like, if I remember correctly, we were like, this is fucking cheeks.
It was called the Holy Donut. I was expecting it to be this like stupid artisanal donut place, but it's like, you're in a place where there's stupid artisanal everything places.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember it being like, very whelmed. I was like, oh, it's just okay.
Yeah. Well, it turns out their shtick is these freaking donuts are made from potato.
Yes.
They're not.
I walked past it, and I was like, oh yeah, Jordan and I went here. I was like, what the fuck does that say?
Yeah.
Potato?
Yep. So.
You're going to make a donut out of donut, idiot.
With that said, though, Chris, we tried it because Lexi had always wanted to try it, so we tried it. And I was like, this place is going to be cheeks. I got a blueberry donut. Really good, actually. It was really good. Because the blueberry was so flavorful and like authentic blueberry that it really, you didn't tell it was a potato. She got like a double chocolate one. That one literally just tasted like you were eating like a brown potato. It was weird. Like a deep dark brown potato. Not very good. But they have some decent things. I guess we just had to maybe know what we were getting into. We were like, oh yeah, donuts. We like donuts. And they were potatoes. Like, imagine biting into something you think is a donut and it's a potato.
I hate vegetables.
Sick of this shit.
Hate root vegetables.
It's the government. They're trying to put them vegetables on my plate.
Pisses me off.
They want me to have the formaldehyde in my brain.
I have a sincere gripe with adults.
Gripenses.
I have a sincere... This is serious, Jordan.
I'm sorry. Sorry. My bad. I didn't read the room well.
Listen, I don't care that Guardians of the Galaxy is your game of the year.
That's a fucking throwback.
I have a sincere problem with like grown adults who are like, I don't eat vegetables. I eat vegetables all the time. It may not look like it, but I do. I quite like vegetables. But yeah, I have a sincere problem with adults who are like, I don't eat vegetables. Like, I was talking about how I use salad for lunch every day, and then I always get the dumb, like, oh, well, salad isn't the meal. It's the promise that the meal is coming. Die! Die! Die!
I've never heard that expression before. What? Like, huh? It's the promise that the meal is coming.
Yeah, because you get the salad first before the meal.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, like a dinner salad. Yeah, fuck
yeah,
you.
Yeah. No. It's a fine lunch when I don't want to eat fucking 1,000 calories for lunch. I don't want to.
Are you having just salad, or are you having like chicken salad, or like not like chicken salad, like the one with mayonnaise?
I get the kits at the store.
Yeah, like those are perfectly fine.
I got a bag salad.
Yeah, those are perfectly fine. Like, I actually literally had a chicken Caesar salad last night, and that's like one of the worser salads you could have. But that shit's bomb. I would eat that shit every night.
That's what I'm saying. You just aren't seeing the vision.
No.
Because you're small-minded.
Bunch of troglodytes, honestly.
You're small-minded.
No, salad. I fuck with salad. Now, when you say adults who don't like veggies, do you mean like all veggies unanimously, or do you mean just like are picky with their veggies? Because like there's certain veggies I don't like.
Yeah, picky with vegetables is fine.
But people who are just
people
like,
who are like people who have the fucking like 9-year-old ass attitude of like, I don't like vegetables. I don't want any vegetables. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. You're fucking. What are you?
You're 33.
You have a 401k. Why are you talking about how much you don't like broccoli?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can concur with that. If we're people who unanimously just like.
I believe it was George W. Bush actually who famously banned broccoli from the White House kitchen because he said he didn't like it, and he said, now that I'm the president of the United States, I'm never eating broccoli again. Fact check that. That's real.
Honestly, I respect it. Of all the things the president could do that are dumb, like, I'll take that. We have that again.
And of all the things that George W. Bush had done during his presidency, I would say that's the most innocuous, yes.
Yeah. Least ramifications for that one. So, fair enough. Anything else on the trip?
No, it was a really good time. Time. Watch some Armored MMA stuff. It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. All right, Chris, I got to ask you the most important question of this whole episode.
Yeah.
Do you want to start off hot or do you want to start off happy?
I'm in you know what? Let's get the heat out of the way.
All right. A little game announcement just happened recently. Very, very recently. It's a small game, small studio in a franchise you've probably never heard of. It's the newest God of War game, God of War Laufey. It takes place kind of parallel to 2018 in Ragnarok, and it follows the events of Faye, Kratos' wife, who at the start of 2018 is being burned at a pyre as like a funeral. So, Chris, I heard that you had some thoughts about this game, and I figure you should go first, and I'll tell you how I feel.
I have some thoughts about the game. I saw the gameplay trailer. It looks fucking awesome. Okay,
fucking awesome.
And as a guy who really, I was like, I really don't want a fucking Atreus game. Great direction, I think, for the series. I'm very excited for it. I will play it. It'll be like probably, I think, the third game I've played on my PS5. So it means 2/3 of all games I played on my PS5 are God of War games. I want to talk about the reaction that people had to this.
Yeah, everyone was really, really happy, right?
No, you'd think, right?
Because
all the people, general consensus on the internet was like, I don't want to do Atreus. I don't want to do an Atreus game. I didn't like playing as Atreus in Ragnarok. I didn't like playing as Atreus. I don't want an Atreus game. So like, okay, here's not an Atreus game, and they go, woman in my video game? Can't have it. I'm gonna calm myself. I hate you fucking people. There's no other way I can possibly say this other than like, all of a sudden, this crowd suddenly wants an Atreus game. Why didn't they just go with Atreus? Why did they just go? They put a woman in my video. Shut up! Oh my god, I can't fucking stand these people. They just, the second they see any kind of representation for anyone that's not like big strong white man, they're like, I can't have it. I can't co-sign this. Die.
Yeah.
All you fucking people. And I'm calm about it now. I'm calmer about it now because I had to work out my emotions, because it's every time something like this happens, I do get angry about it, but this one in particular made me extra angry for some reason. I don't know why. But I think finding out about Faye as a character would be incredible because, like, this guy, all right, we know, beginning of God of War Ragnarok, Thor kills Kratos, brings him back, right? Like, in the middle of a fight is a dramatic, like, boom, dead, no, you're back. Faye fought Thor and lived through it. We know this happened. If that's not enough to be like I want to see what woman what the woman who Kratos decided to marry is like, She tamed the ghost of Sparta. Yeah, exactly. Like this guy, she turned. This guy was a demon. This guy was a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And suddenly now, due to her influence and then his son's influence, softens. The ghost of Sparta, the guy who killed 2 entire pantheons.
Yeah.
if that's not a fascinating character, I don't know what is.
Yeah. Not to mention, I think people are forgetting, she's a god too. Like, they didn't just stick you as a human, and now you're, like, neutered. You're playing as another god. Like,
Some guy.
she's badass. She's objective. She's like, isn't she like a Valkyrie at certain points? Like when she fought Thor, she was like one of the Valkyries or whatever. Like,
I think she was just like a protector of the Jotnar.
oh, okay, maybe that's it. But like, this is a god. Like, she has other abilities beyond just Spartan rage. Like, she has a lot of dynamic shit to her character, where she also has like magic. You know, like you haven't really played as a character in that series with magic, because like Kratos sometimes would get magical items, but he never like had magic that he could cast spells and shit. Like, I'm excited to see what that gameplay does. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It looks great. The game looks great. It's a perfect character for us to learn more about, and it runs parallel to the first, well, not first two, but the first two in the Norse saga. Like, great. That makes a lot of sense. You know?
Yeah.
I can't think of a better direction. Could have taken it.
Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic, and if you're upset about this, just know that I think your brain should shrivel up and fall out of your ear, but I don't know if there's anything there in the first place.
Might have already done so.
I am so sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired of people who cry every single fucking time something like this comes up. It's every time, too.
Without fail.
Without fail. It's like, oh, this game has not even like, I'm not even saying that like this game is going to be like a paragon of like, social issues, presenting social issues. But like anytime a game even gets like remotely close to that, even in the same like, I don't know, not even the same neighborhood, as soon as it gets into the same like fucking county, they're like, oh, we can't play this. We can't play this. We're boycotting this game. Fuck you. I want to see what happens. I want a good game. I want a good story. Sue me.
Nuanced story. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, too. So, do you know anything about James Bond? Not the game, but just the character?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know a ton about him, but when that game came out, people were pissed that a majority of the game is kind of like Hitman, where, like, Diana's in Hitman's head, in Agent 47's head, talking to him and walking him through things. A lot of this game is James Bond out in the field, an operator back at base, that's a female, kind of navigating him and directing him and giving him orders and stuff like that. And people were like, oh, this game's woke. James Bond's being directed around by a woman. She's telling him what to do. That's the movies, pal. Like, and the thing is, in the game, James Bond typically doesn't listen to her anyway, just like the movies. He just does his own thing. He'll go against orders all the time. So it's not like he's like, oh, yes, ma'am, I'm so sorry, ma'am. Like, they didn't pussyfoot him. Like, he's still James Bond. He's badass as fuck. They didn't neuter him to make him submissive to this woman. Like, where are you pulling this info from that, like, oh, you're being commanded around by a woman? That was, like, the controversy with the game recently. I'm like, by the way, fucking phenomenal game. One of the best ones I've played in years. Like, crazy to me. Just crazy. So, it's all the incels that can't get laid.
Unbelievable. Unfucking real.
Yep. So,
woman in my video game? Curious.
Laufey looks good, though. I will say. It looks really good. I saw some people saying, like, oh, look at all the women that are coming up because they're making a new Tomb Raider game, 2 of them. Okay. They have Laufey. Obviously, the Horizon series has a female character. There's a new Stellar Blade with a female character. And then there's another game that kind of switched. Ghost of Tsushima. The second game is a female character.
Oh, Ghost of Yotei?
Yes. Sorry, Ghost of Yotei, the second game. Switched to a female character, and people are like, look, they're making all the main characters female. And I'm like, oh, and Uncharted, Lost Legacy followed Chloe. And I'm like, the thing is, though, every one of those games has cool female characters. Like, I didn't finish Yotei. That character was fine. Wasn't my favorite. Not because it's a woman, but just because I didn't really vibe with the character. But Horizon, Aloy's pretty badass. Laufey looks like a badass. Stellar Blade, really badass. Lost Legacy, Uncharted with Chloe, phenomenal character.
I'm going to sneeze. That's how Jennifer Coolidge. That's how sick of this I am.
Yeah, so crazy.
Listen. I don't know. I just like good characters.
Yeah.
And good stories. Imagine, if you will, for a moment. Imagine, what kind of reaction you would get if, like, if I recommended one of my favorite things ever, why don't you read Mistborn? And then you get the story about, like, the subplot about how, like, Vin is basically kind of, like, finding her womanhood, and, like, she becomes, by the end of the book, like, this badass, like, this badass, like, super-powered assassin. And being like, nah, too woke. Too woke.
Didn't you know, Chris, that women should never be able to fight men and win? Ever? Ever? That was a big thing about Uncharted 4. Incels were mad that Nadine fucking 1v2s. The trained militant soldier 1v2s Nathan and his brother.
Oh. Well, she fought God and won, so Vin kills the Lord Ruler at the end of the book.
Oh, yeah. See, she shouldn't be able to do that, though, because she's a woman.
She also, I believe it's the second book where she headbutts a guy while using, there's basically one of the metals can, like, basically you can put all of a specific metal reserve into, like, one attack with another one of the metals. So she, like, headbutts a guy with that ability, and the guy's head fucking explodes.
There you go.
So, there's a lot of cool things, and if I just looked at this fucking book and was like, woman, ew!
Says a lot more about you than the book.
Point is, to circle back, Kratos would slime you on sight. He would rip you in half.
Yeah. Yep. That's all you got for that, though.
Yeah, I'm mad. Dad's upset.
So actually, this is a perfect pivot point because this was the other game I was forgetting that I saw in that screenshot. People were like, "Oh, they're womanizing every game." The Witcher 4, Ciri is the main character.
Oh yeah, the natural progression of that story, huh?
Yeah. So that's another game people are mad about. And speaking of progression of that story, Chris, they announced a new DLC. Expansion for The Witcher 3.
That was
11 years later.
Fucking crazy to me, by the way. Like, I saw my Steam, like, the Steam update for it, and I was like, what the fuck?
It looks awesome. Like, I say looks, they haven't shown, like, gameplay, but, like, it sounds awesome. It looks like the art for it. Like, I'm like, this looks like Blood and Wine level of content. Whether it'll be the same length, I don't know, but quality, I more so mean.
I'll play it.
Oh, 100%. We will 100% have to do, like, a spoiler cast for it or something.
Yeah, I'll play it. If it's on par with, like, the other two expansions,
even Hearts of Stone, yeah.
Like, Hearts of Stone was pretty good. Blood and Wine was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
And if CD Projekt Red knows one thing, like, if they can fucking nail anything, it's expansions for their game. Because they won't put out a bunch of bullshit, dumbass DLC. They'll put out, like, 1 or 2 DLCs, 1 or 2 expansions, and they will be peak.
Yeah, like Phantom... what is it, Phantom Liberty?
Phantom Liberty. Put out Phantom Liberty or, like, a Blood and Wine or something. Yeah. But it's like, oh, hey, do you want more story? Do you want another game in your game?
Yeah. No, for real. And that, like, this is supposed to bridge the gap between The Witcher 3 and The Witcher 4. So, I'm excited.
I think will be cool.
I'm really excited to see what they do. I think it's going to be sick. So, I'm curious if they'll change any gameplay elements at all, because obviously they're building towards The Witcher 4, so maybe there will be, like, mechanics from The Witcher 4 that maybe they'll bring into the expansion, just to almost, like, test the waters with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what if they expand the alchemy, or, like, they expand some RPG system to kind of see how people feel. If people are like, oh, this is fucking sick, and then like, all right, yeah, we'll bring this to The Witcher 4, or if they're like, this is dog shit, they refine it. I wonder.
I don't know. I think these systems exist for people who care about them.
Yeah.
I usually didn't.
Yeah, I never used them.
Like, I really used the crafting system a lot, but I didn't really use anything else.
Yeah, I barely even use that. I would just
I guess
walk around swinging.
I think there's a part in, it might be Blood and Wine, where you can get, like, different mutagens, and I think you have to craft those. If I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I played the game.
Yeah.
But you get additional abilities, like an additional skill tree that you can go down, depending on which mutagens you have. And you get, like, different damage resistances and things like that. So that could be cool, actually. But we also know Geralt specifically knows he is more adaptable to the Witcher mutations. So he was just very good at. So he's extra mutant. He's extra mutant.
Yeah, that's very true. But I'm excited. I mean, it's always good to see an old game get a little life into it too. Like that game's already 11 years old. By the time this comes out, it'll be 12, going on 13. Like that's crazy. That's pretty crazy to see them spark some life into it. And it also is nice because rather than release a prequel game or a blog post or a CGI cutscene to bridge the two, they're like, here's more game to just bridge.
Yeah. Here's a game.
Yeah.
Sold.
Okay. All right.
Sold. This is why CD Projekt Red, no matter how many times you fuck up the launches of your game, you'll always have this place in my heart.
Yeah. Yep. So, pretty cool. I thought that was a nice little surprise announcement, all things considered. So, did you see anything yesterday, by the way, from Summer Games Fest? Anything that was announced or anything?
No.
There was some pretty cool stuff. Do you know what The Last Ronin is?
Maybe?
Vaguely. So that's the Ninja Turtles comic book where all the turtles are dead but one. You don't know who it is. So he takes whoever it is takes all four of the weapons and becomes the last Ronin, and goes on a vengeance thing. They're making a game, and it had been announced years ago, probably honestly fucking 2020, maybe even 2021, and then it's just been dead silent. And then yesterday they showed finally another little trailer. Nothing huge, no release date, no characters. It was just showing that it still exists. So that's cool. Good to know that that's still in the pipeline. Hasn't been canceled. And then Wolf Among Us 2.
Among Us.
Dude, they actually announced a new Among Us.
Okay, so yes, I did hear about that because someone, one of our friends mentioned it to me.
Yeah,
I just
saw story mode, I think.
I just saw in Discord, I saw new Among Us. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take that to mean that there's a new Among Us game or Among Us 2.
Yeah, they're making, I think it's called Among Us story mode or something. It's kind of like Minecraft story mode, what that did.
Dude, is fucking Patton Oswalt going to be in it?
I don't know, but Oprah Winfrey's in the animated Among Us show, I believe.
Wait,
she came
hang
on stage.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, they're making an animated, I think it's on Paramount, making an animated Among Us TV show. So.
Okay.
So, and she came out on stage to talk about it. So I'm pretty sure she's producing it or something.
It's me, Oprah Among Us.
Well known for my time with Among Us. Yeah, little weird. But we got that. We got the Wolf Among Us 2 officially being shown that it still exists. Wolf Among Us Remastered for the first one.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Did you ever play that Telltale game at all?
No, I haven't.
It's one of the best ones they ever made, so you should definitely.
I heard it was very good. I've heard very good things about it.
Really cool.
I know there's a line or there's a choice in it that people say is confusing, but very much isn't.
I think what that could be.
I think the option is one character says something very objectionable, and the option is the one that everyone has an issue with is glass him, which I took to mean you punch him in the fucking face or whatever, or hit him with the glass, and everyone's like, there were people who were like, I thought that meant you were gonna give cheers, know?
No.
You're a fucking idiot. You're just stupid. Your brain is mush. It's mush.
I don't know if it's from all the visits to Dollywood, but it's definitely mush.
You'll catch that reference, dude. Someone
June
put the fucking eagle picture, the eagle catching the ball.
Someone, you're the editor.
Oh yeah. Hey, Chris, put in the picture of the eagle catching the ball. Someone.
Someone put that on.
Andrew, when you edit this.
Oh my god. Those got announced, and then a new Resident Evil remake got announced. Resident Evil Code Veronica. It's being remade to just Resident Evil Veronica. So I will definitely be playing that because Requiem was phenomenal. 8 and 7 were phenomenal. The remakes, I didn't play the other remakes for 2 and 3. I just watched them on playing, but they look phenomenal. So excited for that. There's a lot of good stuff announced. So,
nice.
They didn't show any GTA 6, man.
That game's never coming out. It's never coming out, dude.
I took the day off work, so hopefully it does. November 29th. So
guy I work with says that he's going to retire when it comes out.
Oh, yeah?
Because he is that age. And he said that's what and they keep pushing it. So he's like, I'm never gonna retire.
Yeah, no, I mean they keep insisting it's gonna be that day. That doesn't really mean shit, but hey, you know.
Yeah.
Happens.
You know what actually did come out that I haven't mentioned? Because there's a ton of things I haven't mentioned. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything?
No. I think that's really it. Just some cool shit. On Side of
All right, I'll speed run some topics. Subnautica 2 dropped the
super successful,
the alpha for it, or the beta or whatever. Fucking I forgot how terrified of the ocean I am, because I knew a lot about Subnautica 1 before going in and playing it, and then I played Subnautica 2 and I was like, oh my god, and it's way more like oceany than the first game, where the first game's very tropical. You know, it's like,
this is like an ocean,
clear waters. It still kind of has that vibe, but it's way more like open ocean shit. Damn. It's like I was swimming. There's an area where you can go beyond like where they've developed. There's like a red wall where you hit it, and then it gives you a pop-up like, hey, we haven't really finished developing this area yet, but you can go here. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll swim around for a little bit. And I looked down, and I just saw blue.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm fucked. And I was like, I guess I'm going back. And I start turning around and like swimming backwards, keeping my eyes on the void in front of me. And then I just see something really huge moving in the void. I was like, I'm in danger. I almost turned the game off right there. I forgot how fucking scared of the ocean I am. I hate the ocean.
Yeah, me too. That's a pretty good review, though, right there.
Yeah, it's
check it out.
Scary.
Damn.
Think it's gonna be a good time though. Think it's gonna be a good time. I'll be following it as it comes out. I've been playing that game Super Battle Golf. It was I had announced to my friends that I'm not buying any more fucking friend slop games, and then they convinced me to buy Super Battle Golf. So
that one seems fun though.
That game is actually unironically really fun. You can be such a cunt in that game. Like, this is gonna be a dickhead. And another speed run. The Boys is over. The ending, the ending of The Boys, I thought it was just okay. A lot of people were saying it was bad, and I get their point of view. I thought it was just all right. Mm-hmm. I was very whelmed.
Yeah.
You know, I thought there were a lot of things that didn't make sense. There's a lot of plot points that they just kind of fucking dropped. But whatever. I think I've only seen like a couple shows that have had good endings. Like Breaking Bad's ending was fantastic. Better Call Saul's ending was fantastic. And I can't think of another show that's ended really well. I think Vince Gilligan sacrificed like the endings of every other TV show in order to end his two shows really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I heard a lot of mixed things. I watched the final death.
I thought I don't think it's a really crazy spoiler to say Homelander gets killed. I thought Homelander actually being killed was a really good part of that episode.
Yeah. I
thought the fight was lame as fuck.
It was a very lame fight from what I saw.
It was so fucking lame. There was so much stuff that was just really convenient. Mm-hmm. Oh, and the Supes were weak as shit this season. They were like, I think the last 4 seasons they've been built up to be like these insurmountable threats, and then there's ones that are just, some of these guys are just cowering because there's a gun in frame. Like, I thought all these guys were bulletproof.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Guess not.
So, yeah, that's my review. It was just okay. I'm gonna give the last episode like a 6, maybe a 5.5 out of 10. I'm going to give the whole series like a 7.5 out of 10. I thought the political satire was really on the nose, but I thought it was fun. And then every other part of it was like, I don't know. One thing that really fucking bothered me, especially this season, was they can't play anything serious. Like, it's like there has to be some dumb quip or some joke to break tension. Fuck you. Just play serious for just a little bit, please. Just for one scene. You can go one scene without some cringe fucking joke. I just, time and a place, right? It's like you wrote this initially as a parody of superhero stuff and just became one of these like cringe MCU superhero things with your dialogue.
You became the thing you sought to destroy.
Yeah, I did. Oh, and also you cut the budget of the final season. Amazon cut the budget of the final season to put funding into a movie about Soldier Boy. Who gives a shit? Put the fucking money from the movie into the final season of the show, and then maybe after it would be wildly successful because you can actually do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Then put it into the movie. Then do a movie. Now no one's gonna watch the fucking movie because the last season was like kind of mid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
corpos do corpo things though.
Yeah.
That's how it be.
Yeah. So that's my speedrun topics.
Damn. All right. Yeah, I've been I've been playing 007. I hopped off of Soros. I think I talked a little bit about Soros. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. It's a PS5 exclusive. But I was playing that for a little bit, and then I was just kind of like, yeah, this is fun. I stopped playing it for a bit, and then by the time I came back, I'm like, it's like a Metroidvania, so I'm like, I'm just going to get railed. Like, I haven't played in so long. I'm going to just get railed. So I was like, I had my fun with it, so I sold that shit on eBay. And then I've been playing 007, and I'm only maybe like 5.5 hours in, but like I think it's the closest thing we have to Uncharted since Uncharted. Like, it doesn't have the total freedom of movement that like Uncharted has. Like, there's no dodge roll button. You're not climbing the side of buildings freely or mostly freely. It's a lot more like Hitman, the newer ones with Uncharted, which makes sense. That kind of fits the character's bill, but it does a lot of cool shit that I find really interesting. Like, I think it really understands the character in a lot of ways. Where I saw a YouTuber point this out in one of his discussions about the game, and I only noticed it after he pointed it out because it was just like one of those subconscious things that makes you feel badass, but you don't notice it. But like, you'll get spotted, and it will pop up at the top, like license to kill or like threat. And then you like fuck shit up and beat the shit out of 4 dudes in a room. And then all of a sudden that red like threat flips to a green one that says situation contained. And James is just like,
that is pretty sick.
I'm like, yo, that's sick as fuck. So like, you try to go into a stealth area, and all of a sudden you get spotted, and you're like, all right, it's hands time. Meet hands, and you're just grabbing motherfuckers and throwing them out windows and drop kicking people and breaking arms, and like, it's super sick.
I've seen gameplay, but it looks like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. My only complaint with the combat is there's a astronomical amount of like animation reuse, where like the first couple times you get into big fights, it feels pretty dynamic. You're like, whoa, because like there is a lot of like, if you get grabbed and thrown and you hit the wall, the animation is really good, where like you'll land like a backsplat, or if you're forward facing, you'll land face first against the wall. If you hit a low table, you'll actually like fall backwards over the table and hit the ground, and like it's all very dynamic. But then you start to realize that like the enemies throw the same 4 attacks. Your attacks are the same like 4 combos. So it's like eventually it kind of just feels like it's replaying the animation for each fight. Where I think Uncharted might have done like a little bit better with that, which that game still had a lot of, that you can only do so much. But where I think the combat is the strongest is when you're in a tight room. Because then when you're in a tight room, it will switch between these animations very freely, and it makes you feel badass. Like, a guy will be behind you, he'll throw like a roundhouse kick, and you'll hit the block button, and James will block it, and then you'll go back to the guy in front of you, you'll fucking grab him, smash him against a monitor, he gets electrocuted, you see his skeleton for like a second or two, and then all of a sudden you go to punch backwards, and James throws an elbow backwards into this dude's fucking dome piece. It pushes him into the wall, he splats on the wall, then James runs up, grabs his head, smashes his head against the wall, then fucking grabs his head, knees him in the face. So like all the animations will then link a lot better, where it literally looks like a John Wick fight.
That's pretty cool,
and
actually.
It's dope.
I like that.
It's dope. And I will say on hard, like I'm playing it on hard because I had heard that was like the way to play. And I will say it's kind of cool because it treads that line of like a John Wick film where like you can do those badass things, but it's still a little bit grounded in reality where like if you get caught 3 times, like 3 hits, you usually die. So you have to land your blocks. Like you can't just be getting wailed on while you're wailing on someone. You'll end up dying.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Like I really like it for that. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a very, very fun game. And I was talking to a guy at work who's a huge James Bond fan. He's watched all the films and knows a lot about the character. And I told him my one thing that I noticed, and he was like, no, that's how the films are. So I guess it's it's probably a good thing that I just haven't noticed. The game is very tonally inconsistent. Like, you'll enter into a room.
Yeah, from my understanding, the movies are like that, where it's like
Yeah.
there's action, and then you have this like cartoonish, like mustache twirlingly evil villain introduction.
Yeah, like you'll walk into a room all like charismatic and swaggerly, and it's like da 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 da, da, and all of a sudden shit breaks out, and you're in a shootout, and you're fighting people, blah, 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 and then it's like you just like open the door to go to the next room, and no one heard it. So like there's a part that I just played in like the third mission where it's like, hey, you got to earn money. So the game will be like, find opportunities to earn money to get into this club. So I'm walking around. I find an opportunity to swindle some people out of money. It leads to this like bombastic, crazy shootout against militant people in like an alleyway. And then I come walking out of the alleyway and no one cares. And it's not just because like it's bad game design. In game where you're in like a criminal underworld. It makes sense they wouldn't acknowledge it. But it's just funny to go from like this crazy bombastic shootout to everyone just being like, "Hey, you want to buy a gun?"
It's the same energy as like the fucking GTA 5, like the guy crashing the blimp into the observatory and Michael diving out and diving into the mission. You go, Davey!
Yeah.
as the fucking blimp explodes.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's got a lot of that, but it's really good. Like the character's pretty likable. I think his performance is fantastic. The supporting characters are fantastic. The music is great. Combat's great. The shooting kind of feels like a hybrid between an Uncharted and kind of like a more tactile shooter. So like, where Uncharted feels pretty much purely arcadey, this has got that arcadey shooting, but a little more tactile, where like if you get hit, the flinch is really aggressive. Like your aim will fly all over the place and shit. Like it's got a little bit of a balance between the two, so it's got decent shooting. The only thing with combat that's very inconsistent is there's a takedown button after, like when you're in melee combat.
Yeah.
It's like a finisher, kind of like it's the same thing as Spider-Man. You hit two buttons on the controller, same exact thing. But like with Spider-Man, it makes sense that like hypothetically he could do these takedowns and not get hit in the process. But like you will be in a shootout, do a takedown that's like a 7-second animation of you kicking a dude's leg, uppercutting him, getting on top of him, smashing his face, and all his buddies are aiming ARs at you. Like, huh?
Yeah, but it's cool.
What?
You know?
Yeah. So that's the only thing that's a little weird about the combat sometimes. Is like there should have been 2 sets of animations. One for like hand-to-hand combat when you're just in a melee fight. That's maybe a little longer, a little flashier. And then like when you're in a gunfight, it should have been quick animations like shit. Like you pull out a gun and go boom, shoot a dude in the face, and then like that's it. Because you will sometimes see your character just doing this fucking super artsy takedown, and all the guys' buddies are like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you good?" And you're just beating the brakes off this guy. And I saw people trying to say like, well, they don't want to shoot at you because they might hit their buddy. And I'm like, there's like 100 guys I just killed. They would draw to kill you by any means necessary.
This guy's cooked. Like I don't even think, even if they did shoot James Bond, I don't think the guy's gonna survive.
Yeah. So, but it's a fantastic game. I recommend it.
But Jordan, there's a woman telling you what to do in that game.
I know. But the good news is...
How are you as a man able to play this game when you have to listen to a woman?
Well, Chris, because here's the thing. Here's what's so cool, man. They understand the real manhood, because in the prologue, when you first meet her, James actually hangs up on her and says, I'm going to do this my way.
Yeah, my dude.
He's like, fuck you, woman.
Fuck you, woman.
And that's actually what he says. He goes, fuck you, woman.
Woman.
Yeah.
Ew.
Suffrage, bitch. And hangs up. That's actually what he does. That's how the whole scene plays out.
If Jordan wipes out the makeup from off his eyes, you can see the black eye that Lexi gave him the other day.
I know. We're gonna go cut the recording and be like, Chris, I shouldn't have said that. You have to cut that, Chris. Please cut this.
She appears.
Like, oh no.
She
Hello?
She materializes behind you, is beating the shit out of you.
Fantastic game, though. I highly recommend it if you want to, wait for sales, whatever. But it's a phenomenal game. Very fun.
Yeah, it looks like a good time, honestly.
Yeah. It's nice to play a game that treads the line. This is what Uncharted was so good at. Fun, like frenetic combat, but then like nice, serious tone for story with a little bit of levity in between. Like this game will have really like not super heartfelt scenes. Like I'm not gonna say this is like a Red Dead 2 sad level, but like or acting level with sad scenes. But it'll have some scenes that pull on the heartstrings a little, where you're like, man, that sucks. But then it's funny again, and then it's
you
action.
can't have a fucking. Every game can't be I gave you all I had.
Yeah.
Not every, I feel like it would wear on your nerves a lot. I think you would end up in like you'd end up in like a fatigue of emotion. Like I can't fucking co-sign this ever because I can't get emotional anymore.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It's fair. But this game, just like Uncharted, treads that nicely, where you go from really serious stuff to some fun combat, and then it'll be a little humor in between. Not to mention the mechanics, too, that it introduces with humor. Like, did you ever play the new Hitman games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you did. So, in that game,
Those games are fucking nutty with, like, the scripted takedowns you can do.
Yeah, those things are crazy. Those things are pretty sick. So, but you know how, like, most times when you get spotted, that's kind of it. In some instances, the guy will be like, hey, you're not supposed to be here. Get out of here. And you can walk away.
Hey, Baldy, get out of
here.
Yeah.
So, this game has the same mechanics where, certain enemies can see through your disguise and all these things or whatever. But it introduces, because James Bond is a really charismatic, flirtatious dude, that, like, you get like bluff points, basically.
Oh,
so
that makes sense.
You walk into an area and a guy's like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing here? Get out of here!" And you can use one of your bluff points to be like, "Oh no, I just talked to the boss. He said your radios weren't working. I'm here to fix it." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay." And then a little dial above their head will start to count down where they'll believe it. And then if they see you again, they're basically immune to it. They're like, "Hey, no, you're fucking around." So it gives you kind of like the ability to stealth an area, but not be so punished every time you get spotted.
Right, yeah.
But you can only use it a certain amount of times and only on certain people. In the lure, you know how every game has like a whistle or Hitman has the coin? I really appreciate the way it does luring instead of being a coin or like an Assassin's Creed whistle. It's a little more dynamic. So like you'll hit the lure button and it targets a specific person essentially. And he'll be like, "Hey, dumbass." And they're like, "The fuck was that?" And they'll go investigate, which is pretty funny. So I'm like, I appreciate that over if they just reused the coin mechanic,
Yeah.
So it's a really good game.
The bluff point thing, that is fun because that works in real life surprisingly well.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah, like I saw a video of a guy like walking onto an active construction site and being like, "Yeah, I need to take a look at your electrical panel. I'm from the county. I don't know. He makes up like some inspection that he has to do, and they like lead him down there and show him the electrical, and they just fuck off.
Doesn't he use the screwdriver and just like touch it and pretend to do things?
Yep. All right, so everything looks good. There's gonna be paperwork that comes down to you. I just gotta write up a little report. So, that shit just works in real life.
No, it does. Confidence and charisma like that. It's a real thing, and that's what the game leans into. It's cool because it's pretty dynamic. The things he'll say, like it will fit the situation in most cases. Like he'll never just be like, "Oh, okay, I'm heading out of here." Like it's nothing like mundane like that. It'll always be like, "Okay, you're on a mission where you're looking." You're at a auction. Okay, we're like, "Oh yeah, some of the merchandise has to be brought out. I'm just going to grab it." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay, all right." And then you get 30 seconds to get away before they decide to be like, "Wait a minute." So it's really cool. It's definitely really cool. So you got the seal of approval right now. I'm only about like 4 or 5 hours in, so I've heard the game has phenomenal pacing.
Just wait until you're 6 or 7 hours in.
Oh no. Yeah, I've heard it has good pacing though, and that it holds it up for the whole game. Although I've heard it has the most wet fart final boss ever.
Lame.
Which
Boo.
I don't really care. I'm not a big like final boss guy. In my opinion, like I need a narrative conclusion. I don't always need like an action conclusion, in my opinion. Like Uncharted does it well, where usually the final boss is like a big set piece, but like I don't always need that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just need a narrative to wrap.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. There is like the God of War 2018 ending where there is the big boss fight with like Baldur, but like it ends with Kratos just fucking strangling the guy.
Yeah.
And then breaking his neck. Like, yeah, I think that's a good boss fight and then like a good narrative conclusion. It's a little column A, a little column B.
No, for sure. And there is a perfect world where that you get both. But if I have to pick between a really cool actiony boss fight for a game that has otherwise had a good narrative and a shit ending narratively, I'm gonna pick the good narrative ending with the less action every time.
I 100%, I don't think this is a surprise, 100% am a story guy. Mm-hmm. I will take a good story over literally anything else, to be honest with you. Yeah. If a game doesn't have a good story, I'm just out. Like, most of the time I'm like, I'm not gonna get invested in the narrative of this because the narrative sucks.
Yeah.
And it has to have like a really good gameplay loop or like something to back that up. But if it has shit gameplay and like shit graphics and shit whatever, if the story's good, I'm in.
Yeah. For the most part, that's how I am too. So I don't really care. Like as long as things wrap narratively, that's what I care about. Like if it's a game about revenge and the last boss is just you kill the guy and it's over, I'm fine with that. If it's a really satisfying narrative conclusion, I don't always need it to be an explosive, you almost die during this fight. Like, I don't need all that.
Well, it's like I think they call me Mr. Book. Let me pull a literary reference.
Oh no.
The Hobbit. The whole thing is about like robbing Smaug the evil dragon, and there's the whole thing with Bilbo and all the dwarves, and they're gonna. They're in the cave. They're going to fight with Smaug or whatever. They have to deal with them. And then Smaug just gets killed by a different guy. An entirely different, unrelated guy just shoots him and kills Smaug. Like the big bad from the whole book. It's like, oh yeah, no, yeah, he just dies by some other guy.
There you go.
So, shit like that happens all the time. Whereas, like, and was it any worse of a conclusion or story? No. But, like...
subverted expectations.
Certainly an interesting choice.
Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see how the game finishes, but I really enjoy it. So, I definitely recommend it. I feel like it'd be up your alley, too, as, like, a good narrative but fun game. Maybe when it goes on sale or something, or you have more time that you want to sit down and play a game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I did get some new books when I was in Maine. We did a lot of stores and we did a lot of bookstores. So I'm definitely going to be taking a break from Stormlight because I read Words of Radiance and Oathbringer back to back, or like I don't know, I'm on part 4 of Oathbringer, so like I'm almost done with Oathbringer, and like, man, I like this, but like I need a break from Sanderson.
Yeah, there's a YouTuber that does a podcast that I listen to. He happened to be reading Mistborn. And
dude, peak.
He was talking about how like good the book was, but like you've told me, oh yeah, Sanderson doesn't have like great writing prose, like it's just very to the point. Dude, he was like tearing this guy apart while saying the book was really good, and I'm like, that's crazy because from everything you've showed me, like, yeah, it's not the most artsy fartsy, beautiful poetry ever, but like there's some fucking bangers. Well, and he was tearing this shit apart.
I pick the best parts to show you.
I figured, but like, how bad could it be? Like, he was literally like, this is one of the worst writers I've ever seen. Like, in terms of prose.
I wouldn't say that.
And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I saw a video one time by Man Carrying Thing. Shout out to Man Carrying Thing. Solid like book and writing YouTuber. He'll make like a 15-minute like in and out video about like,
that's good.
This is bullshit, this is why. Or like, this is something I thought about and this is why. He made a video about Sanderson's like style, or I guess lack thereof. And it's been a while since I've seen the exact video, but the conclusion basically is like, Sanderson writes specifically for clarity. He wants to make what he has in his head as clear as possible to you, the reader. And you can absolutely tell us, like, if you put pieces of writing in front of me, I can tell you which one is Sanderson, because he has such a hyper-specific way that he writes stuff for clarity's sake, that, like, you can usually tell. Yeah. Like I said, I agree with that, like, his prose is very stale, but it is very clear.
Yeah.
I've never had, like, questions of...
And what is this guy saying?
I only hate on things I really like. Because I can't be a dedicated hater of something if I don't like it, you know?
True.
Like 7 Days to Die. I complain about that game fucking constantly. I love that game.
Yeah.
Like Stormlight Archive. I will bring up things that I don't like about that series all the time. Because Sanderson does do this all the time where the middle of the story in like an arc of books starts to get real soggy. And you just have like what I just call bullshit chapters. Where those are ones I listen to on the audiobook. Because I'm like, whatever.
We'll just fill in airtime.
Yeah, you enter a lot of bullshit chapters, like throughout Oathbringer. Like Shallan has a ton of bullshit chapters. Like this is just, I don't give a fuck. Like, oh, Shallan she has a power. Her surge binding powers. She can create illusions like over herself, so she can like become another person and whatever. And then she uses this as a method of distancing herself from the things that she's done in the past, i.e., killing her parents. And there will just be a chapter that's like the title is like just a name, and you're like, oh, it's a new fucking Shallan Persona chapter. Wow, wow, exciting. Every chapter, and then she would have this. The longest lasting persona is who she called Vale, which is like basically this like hardened street urchin type like con woman, and every chapter that would start with like, you know, oh, Vale stepped out into the dark streets. I'm like, oh, brother. Oh, bro, I don't give a fuck, dude. Yeah. It'll be like Dalinar comes back from a meeting with another country's king and then collapses because he suddenly is flooded with the memories of what happened to his dead wife. And then it'll be like, hey, you want to hear what Shallan's doing? I don't give fuck you. I don't care what Shallan's up to.
I don't give a shit.
I only hate on things that I really like, is my point. And like I said, I definitely need a Sanderson break.
Fair.
Because if I just went straight into fucking Rhythm of War, I'd probably stall out on the series.
That's fair.
It's long as fuck. It's so long. Wind and Truth. Like, Rhythm of War and Wind and Truth are like 1,300 and 1,400 pages, respectively. Sheesh. But I am on track to finish the series by the end of the year. But I'll probably do like 1, maybe 2 books in between, just so I have like a stopgap.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely need that sometimes. So.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I got. I don't know if you have any final closing notes.
Let's see. What else has been going on with me? No, that's kind of it. That's kind of my thing. It's kind of my.
End the show.
That's kind of my deal.
We've been talking for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
4.5.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed with us today. I'm impressed with how much steam we brought to this episode, actually.
Fair. Yeah. Fair. I think. I think we, despite the fact that we are aging rapidly, have never been so full of vim and vigor.
Yeah.
We're very energetic, and I think we're entering the prime of our lives.
Perhaps.
Prime of my life by 25. Dead by 26.
1 year of prime.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all I get.
All right.
Yeah.
That's that.
Jordan, remind everyone where we put this whole thing.
So, as always, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify Podcasts, and the RSS feed link below. YouTube and Spotify, you can check us out visually. You can see us. Instagram, TikTok, you can contact us. You can also check out shorts there. Maybe there'll be some stuff coming up. Maybe some clips from this project we worked on. And you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me, since your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. And June 23rd, 2026, you can check out the 2 albums that our friend Andrew is making and had asked us to partner with him on. So,
yes.
Hear our story, Mac Murray and the Little Man, and part of album 2, should be episode 9, assuming the info he gave us is correct, and he seems a lot more put together than we are, so it probably
he's
is.
a real lying son of a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, he's a little fucking liar. I just can't wait till the episode comes out, and it's 2 different voice actors, and we're like,
yeah.
Oh, he cut us. Cool.
We get completely replaced. Like, we had a real good time recording this. We were like, I couldn't think of 2 better people you could have asked for this. And he's gonna be like, "This is fucking dog shit." Actually, I'm killing you both.
Yeah. So
yeah, be on the lookout for that. And definitely stop in for the video track on this one. You get to see Tank Top Jordan in full effect.
yeah. Camera's not doing me any justice though. I feel like it's making me look small.
You look like fuck.
Small.
Well, yeah, because you're sat next to me. If you were sat next to like 2022 Jordan, you'd be like,
"Hey man,
hey pipsqueak." But like because you're sat next to me and I'm a fucking Goliath.
There's some David and Goliath going on right now.
I am a creature. That's probably why.
Fair enough. All right. That's all she wrote. Goodbye.